Hi lovely souls, my name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card for you, and it's going to be messages from your higher self. So what would future you say to present you? I love this kind of reading. I don't think I've ever done this kind of reading on my channel, but I love to listen to this reading because it is a fucking trip. Like, it is so trippy. I absolutely truly believe in your higher self, and I think that our conception of time is very linear as opposed to what it truly is. So I just really think it's awesome. So we're going to be doing that today. We have pile number 1 with the fire quartz, pile number 2 with the pink opal, and pile number 3 with the pink lace agate. Now, if you're new to pick a cards, welcome. What you're going to do is pause the video and figure out whichever pile or crystal you're drawn to the most. Go down below in the description box, find your timestamp, and I will see you all at your reading. Hi lovely souls, hi group number 1. If you chose the fire quartz, this is for you. We're going to be talking about messages from your higher self. Now, fire quartz is a gorgeous crystal. It's really great for my fire signs out there, and it kind of brings in some passion and intensity. I love it paired with aquamarine because it's like you got that fiery crystal and then you cool it off with the aquamarine, which I think is really nice when you are trying to kind of energetically call in passion and whatnot. All right, so let's get into it, you guys. What would your higher self like to say to you today? I've already pre-shuffled some of your oracle and we will do your tarot. So let's see what your oracle has to say. To start, we have yes. Just say yes. Love that. I'm gonna put this right there. Then we have stop judging and start loving. Whether this is other people or whether this is yourself. We have, ooh, beautiful crystal ball. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Truly believe in that too. We have keepers of the earth. You are not alone, and ancient ancestors stand beside you. Ooh, gorgeous. Super beautiful. Love that. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? For your divine abundance oracle, we have invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. Ooh, this could be a direct quote from your higher self. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. Intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Truly. I mean, we are all gifted with this beautiful inner compass to help us drive to our highest self, our destinies, and on a daily basis, we ignore it. Isn't that amazing? We have smoky quartz. Beautiful. Clearing negativity. Release negativity from within or around you. All right, so I'm gonna move that over here and we're gonna make some room. Sorry, aesthetically, I'm just gotta put that like that. Okay, so let's pull your tarot cards, you guys. Group number 1. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you're staying sane and safe and healthy and all of that beautiful stuff. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. I don't think I expressed that enough, but I am truly so grateful for all of you and all of your beautiful comments and just the beautiful souls that I'm truly attracting here to this channel. It really makes me want to live every single day in pursuit of this, and I'm just really happy. Okay, so group number 1, messages from your higher self. Oof. Truly, there's a lot. Let's start with 1. Ooh, beautiful. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have have the Knight of Wands. Let's get one more. And we have the, ooh, this one, I saw it. We're gonna get two more. We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Four of Wands. So you guys might literally be my fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you could have that definitely prominently in your chart. We have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It's not super important what your sign is, but I think that it is about your journey. Okay, so group number one, messages from your higher self. Well, clearly there is something here that you guys need to start okay, there's a couple themes. Sorry, I had to like take a pause before I just said something. There's a couple things. The first is that you have been called to do something. Maybe you guys don't even know what that thing is, but I think the point is that there is something itching within you to do something. And it's just this big fucking mystery for some of you. It's a big void. It's a big unknown. It's a what and a huh and a who. And I think you guys are waiting for more answers, or you are just kind of getting to a point where it's giving you a lot of anxiety. Like, oh no, am I forgetting something? Am I supposed to be doing something right now? And for others of you, you could have already discovered what that thing is, but to prompt you into action, to get you to really do that thing, or let's say it involves quitting your job, taking a leap of faith, having courage and not responding to fear, being fearless. That's the part that's difficult, and that's the part where you might need help. So there's gonna be some of you who have this niggling feeling, this itch, and you're not necessarily sure what the fuck it's about. And then there's gonna be others of you, group number one, that currently you know what it is, but you're just like, how? I'm so busy, I'm so overwhelmed, I have so much stress on my plate, I don't know how this is gonna pay the bills, or, you know, there's something here that's creating a blockage. Now, I don't know if it's financially related, it could be. I don't know if it's fear related, it could be. I don't even know if it's necessarily conscious. It's more of just like on both sides, whether you've discovered that itch or not, it's just like a big unknown. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay. You're kind of looking at spirit like, answers, please. Like, that would be nice. And what your highest self really wants to tell you in this present moment. Which I think is such a beautiful concept, because it's like in our present moments today, like as we speak, wouldn't it be so nice to go back to your past self and like tell your past self like it's gonna be okay, I know this seems really crazy and blah blah blah, but it's gonna be fine. So it's kind of like that, like your highest self is going to your past self right now, which is your present self, mind trip, and wants to tell you things. And one of the things that your highest self wants to say to you is like, listen, I know that there's like a lot of things that seem very unknown, but you need to say yes to it. Do not neglect this opportunity. Do not deny the niggling feeling. Don't deny it because of financial restraints. Don't deny it because of fear. Don't deny it because of, you know, oh, it's just unknown. Don't deny it because a lack of courage to take a leap of faith. This is truly your calling and truly your destiny. It's truly going to pay off. I think when you love what you do and do what you love, the money follows. I think when you're in that energy, things just come into you. And I don't know why I keep referring back to money, but maybe there are some financial stresses right now. And then also, I think that there is like a huge need for you not to only ask for help, not necessarily, it doesn't always have to be from people in your three-dimensional reality, but I'm saying like, no, like pray, group number one, like ask your angels and guides for help, because they will help you. Like, and I think people, we hear that concept a lot, like ask for help, but like, seriously, like literally, like have a dialogue, like, okay, angels, hello, hi, I'm asking for help. Like, you would be so surprised what could happen next. I mean, there has been some, this year too, just this year alone for me, there has been some times where I was just brought to my knees and I fucking prayed to God. I went above the archangels, I went above my guides, and I was like, God, I need your help. And in a matter of minutes, something has happened and shifted, like a miracle. And this has happened twice now this year. So I will never not believe in the power of asking for help. And the reason why I'm really trying to, I don't know if it's me or your higher self, is really trying to push you to ask for help in the 5D is because you guys are surrounded right now by some vampires. And I do think that these people might even be in your own family. And it's not like, oh, cut them off, but it is distance yourself, clear negativity within or around you. Because the reason I think that there's family is that there is this energy of you being highly influenced by this negativity. We have stopped judging and start loving. We release negativity from within or around you. I almost believe that you do have some people with the 8 of Wands. I always think about family kind of talking and judging and like not approving of certain things. In the love reading, I always take the 8 of Wands, people like gossiping about your relationship. But I always think about family with the 8 of Wands, like you're overwhelmed by the opinions of other people's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying like wipe the slate clean, but I am saying that maybe people you value and really look up to are actually influencing you in a negative way. They have different opinions than you about your spirituality. Maybe they don't support some sort of business that you want to create or start. Let's say you want to be a tarot card reader and they're like, huh? Like you're a witch? Like you're this, you're that? Like they just think that it's really freaky and weird. And you really care about what they think, you know? And so you stop doing what it is you're doing, or you do it not in the open. You're not open and you're not truly who you are, because they're creating an insecurity within you about it. Now, not being open about who you truly are is also creating an insecurity within you where you're starting to judge yourself for being into this sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? And so what should have been natural, what should have been like a natural spiritual practice, because it's a part of your destiny to be here. It's a part of your ancestry to be here. It's a part of your path to be here. What should be so natural, and what should just be a simple yes, has become this very complicated, overwhelming, stressful thing. And it seems like it's due to negativity that starts from people around you and then pervades into you. Like you're being kind of negative with yourself and like your ability to really see your reality. And the truth is, you know, you're special. The truth is you're gifted. The truth is you're divine. And that's a superpower. And anyone who kind of looks at it in a negative way is triggered. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but maybe I'm channeling your highest self, and your highest self really wants to be blunt with you. Group number 1 is, you know, they're triggered. They're not ascending. They're not raising their frequency. They can't match up to your vibration. They don't get it. They don't understand. They're ignorant. And that's not your path. It's not your path to be like that. In fact, with ancient ancestors stand beside you, your path is to break certain family lineages, certain ancestral patterns, you know, to create new waves and new life in your destiny. You know, I'm certainly one of the black sheeps of the family, in my family. I'm going to be personal with you. And, you know, I think one of the things that bothers my family is that I don't care. Like, I've never made an effort to, like, care about being a black sheep. Like, I've been this pariah and, you know, I'm not Catholic and I don't speak Spanish and I'm blah, blah, blah. But I just don't care. I just never have cared. And in fact, it only made me like distance myself because I was like, you know, I can't change. Like, I don't know what it is about me, but I just am an alien, I guess. Well, come full circle, being in this business for 2 years, everyone in my family is now spiritual. I mean, they're seeing psychics, they're doing ancestral healing, they're doing past life regression, like they're doing tarot, like they're all into it, like super into it. And it just was like a matter of ascension, you know, at what process and level of ascension they were on. And sometimes there's a disagreement vibrationally. And it's not your job to fix that. It's not your job to worry about it. They're either going to ascend with you or they're going to be left behind. I don't know what else to say. But you are being stopped by something. Now, it's ideology, it's fear, it's family opinion, it's friends, it's negativity, whatever the fuck it is, it needs to change. And the reason it needs to change is because not only are you truly gifted, but your abundance, this financial prosperity that you guys have been waiting so long for, it's on the other side of this mountain, like right here. It's on the other side. You have to get past the fiery dragons and slay them and blah, 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 blah. You know, you need to get past the fear that your head's gonna be bit off. And once you get past that, that's when all of this prosperity follows. That's when you truly feel in alignment with your destiny and you don't feel so lost or you don't feel so disconnected or unaligned. And what your highest self really wants to acknowledge is that this world that is in your mind, and you might even think it's just your imagination, this life that you have envisioned for yourself, it exists. It exists. In fact, your highest self is there right the fuck now. They're there to the point where they're so content and so happy that they are really nudging you to make some changes so that they can meet you there. You can meet them there, that you can be and embody your highest self. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like intuitively you know that that's what you're destined for. I think intuitively you know that you're gonna get everything that you've ever wanted in this lifetime. Maybe you have, maybe you've watched your family not get what they wanted in their lifetime, and you believe, almost programmed to believe, that it's your destiny to fail. Maybe it's even subconscious. Maybe you're not like waking up like, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure. Maybe you don't talk to yourself that way, but it is hard for you to shoot for the stars. Fuck it, it's hard for you to shoot for other galaxies, because it's hard for you to imagine other galaxies, because you would be the first person to do that. But your highest self really wants you to know that you'll be there and you'll be so connected to your spirit guides. So if you ever were kind of feeling disconnected or feeling like, who are they? What's going on? You're gonna be like that with your spirit guides, because the more you rely on them and invite their help and ask for their help, the more connected you guys become. The more you will be able to discern their messages and receive their help. And part of asking for help is understanding that it's inside of you, that it's in your intuition, it's in your heart. Trust your gut. Try not to let your mind fool you. Your mind has a tendency to really lean towards ego, and we really need you to lean towards heart. And understand that your reality is a reflection of your inner world. I think one of the biggest life lessons I have ever discovered is that I used to believe that my environment had to be perfect, that if I was in Hawaii, everything would be better. If I was in a better house, everything would be better. If I was in a better school, everything would be better. If I had better friends, better clothes, better whatever the fuck. I was looking so much so outside of myself for happiness and for a beautiful life that I had no clue that it started inside. And I know it sounds cliche, but as soon as I disconnected from my outer reality, which was living with my parents after moving out and having to move back in because I lost my job, and doing my fucking tarot cards next to my bed in a tiny childhood bedroom room in like a twin bed or like a full-size bed, and just totaling my BMW, just going from something to fucking nothing. I had to like, I couldn't look around at my life, because if I constantly looked around, then I would never believe I could create something that was different. And so I stopped looking around and I started really tuning inside of me. And I envisioned a whole other plan. I was gonna have a house. I was gonna live in Austin, Texas. I was gonna have a man. I was gonna have a dog. I was gonna have a new car. I was gonna have a career, a business, tarot all day, every day. I was gonna do whatever the fuck I wanted to do and answer to nobody and dance in my underwear. And it was just in my head. I'm sure I looked crazy, like with my candle magic and my prayers and meditating and spirit guides. Like I probably looked like I was losing it, but it happened. It all happened. So your reality is a reflection of your inner world. I truly believe that. Okay, so I got this beautiful oracle deck, and it is the Everyday Witch Oracle. I mean, I've never been so excited to receive a deck in my life. It matches the Everyday Witch tarot cards. So let's get into it. For group number 1. And what's really cool about this deck is not only is it vibrant and gorgeous, but the book gives you spell work. So certain spells that you can do to help yourself in your current state. Okay, so we have meditation for clarity. Beautiful, and smoky quartz is all about clarity. We have inspiration and courage. I mean, like, how gorgeous. Another crystal ball. Okay. And we have meditation for creativity. Okay. Beautiful. So, meditation for clarity. Let's see what that means. Give me a moment, because the book is kind of like, there's no numbers, so I just kind of have to guess where these are. Okay, meditation. Let's try meditation for creativity. Creativity can be thought of as the fire of the spirit. It comes to each of us in different forms. Some people might enjoy creativity in the more obvious artistic directions, such as writing, painting, or crafting. Others might excel at creative problem solving or making their surroundings look beautiful. Ooh. You can create in an art studio or in kitchen or even in an office. The only limits are the ones we put on ourselves. Not everyone has the inclination or talent to do everything, but we all have something we make with a combination of mind, heart, hands, and spirit. If you haven't figured out what your creative gift is, go out and discover it today. Action, do something creative. It doesn't matter what, write a poem or a spell. Don't worry, they don't have to rhyme. Paint a picture, throw a pot, or knit something. Throw a pot. Whip up something wonderful in the kitchen, or rearrange a room that feels more peaceful or looks more beautiful. Don't tell yourself you don't have the time or talent, just do it. But more than that, do it with purpose, mindfully, and with appreciation. Really feel the creative process and how it nurtures your spirit and keeps your inner fires burning. That's all about that fire quartz. I love that. So if you've been feeling stagnant or grumpy, maybe this card is trying to tell you that you aren't devoting enough time and energy to the creative part of your nature. After all, work is important, but we all need to balance it out with moments of play. Take a moment to look at this card and ask yourself, what am I doing to feed my soul? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go a step further. I think this is so beautiful. So inspiration and courage is actually right next to this card, which is really cool because they came out at different times. life is full of challenges. Some of them we take on willingly. Some of them come out of nowhere when we least expect them. Good or bad, happy or sad, all those things that challenge us also give us the opportunity to grow stronger, to push our boundaries and move out of our comfort zones, to reach deep inside or reach out towards others. Whether you are seeking inspiration for work or play or dealing with illness or grief, don't underestimate the power of your own thoughts. Beautiful. Action. We have patterns of thinking that are a part of who we are as human beings. Some of them work for us, some don't. During a challenging time or when you're seeking to push yourself to be more creative or make big changes, it's easy for those old patterns of thought to get in the way of forward movement. Take a few minutes to consider your own patterns. Do you default to the positive or the negative? Is your glass half empty or half full? Do you automatically think, I can do it, or I'll never succeed? Are you willing to try new things, or do you cling to the old even when you know it isn't working? Do you let other people help you if you need help, or believe you must always tough things out on your own? If everything is working perfectly, that's great, but if not, perhaps it is time to consider changing those patterns. It's hard work, but it can be done if you stay self-aware and keep plugging away at it. This is so beautiful. Okay, so I'm assuming that this is water. So, meditation for clarity. No, it's not water. Well then, I'd be damned. I guess it's air. Everything is like broken up into elements. Okay, it is air. Meditation for clarity. It can be hard for us to see things clearly, and the closer we are to them, the harder it can be. This is especially true when we are looking at ourselves or at the important issues that affect our lives. When strong emotion is involved, that makes it even tougher, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Just that we have to make a special effort to reach for clarity. Action. Meditate on the statement while focusing on the picture on the card. Ask yourself, do I see myself with clear and honest eyes? What about the people and situations around me? Is there something I know in my heart I need to look at more clearly? Try to put aside emotion for a moment and simply be, then look again. This card is a suggestion that it is time to seek out clarification of an issue or issues, or to look more closely at something that perhaps you've been viewing through eyes clouded with emotion or prejudicial statements of others. Yes, there's that energy of clearing negativity because maybe other people have been influencing you in the wrong direction. So this is really beautiful, you guys. I'm gonna pull a mindful message for you. And I think that this whole thing is about mindfulness. Coming my way, unique opportunities aligned with my desires, present them to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. So yes, you guys really have it literally made. We have unlimited. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and things I focus on. I am unlimited in my ability to create a beautiful life full of good and love. That's so gorgeous. Okay, so group number one, I need to know. I've been really thinking about creating there's certain playlists on YouTube. Like I have an 18+ playlist, I have a love reading playlist, I have a monthly horoscope playlist, like that kind of thing. I was thinking of creating a playlist, like a little series on my YouTube of affirmation videos, because I personally listen to affirmations almost every day, but I kind of find them to be cheesy now. Maybe I'm just like biased or egotistical and I'm like, oh my God, it'd be so much better if it was my voice, but like, seriously. I've been really thinking about it, like creating my own affirmations for my fellow lovely souls out there, because honestly, like there are so many different directions I can take it in. We can do one video about money, abundance, prosperity. We can do one video about body positivity and self-esteem. We can do one video about clearing negativity, and they're gonna be all in the form of affirmation. So let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. Definitely comment down below and let me know. Survey says, because I always gotta kind of rely on you guys to see what you guys are interested in. But in the meantime, I Really hope this reading resonated for you guys. I really hope that everything gets better for you. I truly think it will, and I think that's why your highest self was so stern with you. But in the meantime, I appreciate you guys for being here and supporting the channel. I love you, and I will see you guys all at your next reading. Hello, group number 2. Welcome. If you chose the beautiful pink opal, this is for you. Oh, I love opal. I love pink opal because it's pink. Pink opal is such a powerful crystal for healing emotions, especially those connected to subconsciously held pain. It can also aid in emotional balance and for healing matters of the heart. So, with that said, super beautiful number 2. All right, so we are here with messages from your higher self. What would your highest self say to your present self? I was telling group number 1 that we always wish that we could go back in time to talk to our past self and be like, it's gonna be okay, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like your highest self is coming back to your past self to tell you these things, but it's your present self because, you know, time is like a construct and, you know, mind blown. All right. With that said, I hope you guys are cozy. We might be here a while. I want to get all the messages I can out of this. And I also wanted to say up front, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I don't think I expressed that enough, and I'm gonna do a better job of that, but I really truly love all of you. I'm so happy with who I have attracted to my channel. I just feel like I have a really positive crowd here, and I think you guys are so lovely and so awesome, and you know, I'm just really appreciative that I get to wake up and do this every day. So yeah, all right. Group number 2, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with your oracle. So to start, we have trust your path. Yeah, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I would travel all the time. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Some of you guys need a vacation. And we have Lumeria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Oh, beautiful cards. We have look for signs and synchronicities. So, yeah. You guys have definitely been seeing signs, maybe even literal butterflies. Maybe you've been seeing signs and synchronicities in tarot cards. Maybe you're finding little feathers on the floor. Maybe you're seeing dragonflies and 1111, 333, 444. I love that. Maybe you guys have seen a rainbow after the storm. We have your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. Okay. For your divine abundance, we have individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. Love that. And we have signs. Oh my gosh, there we go. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. And we have diamond. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Love that. I always tell people to work with, oh my God, I'm gonna sneeze. I've been sneezing in like one group of all the groups, just like one, and I think I'm channeling other people's allergies. And I've had people comment like, I have allergies or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, it's coming to me. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. With diamond, value your self-worth. I always tell people to work with the crystals that we find on these cards. I know diamonds are not that obtainable, but you know, maybe think about it. Think about, envision the diamond, manifest the diamond, or just understand that you are a diamond and you work well under pressure. See what I did there? Okay, let's pull your tarot cards. Group number 2, what would your highest self like to say to you today? Oh my God, we are starting with the beautiful 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. I need 3 boys though, Jesus. I'm like, I always see that card and I'm like, we couldn't get 1 girl, come on. 3 boys. Whew. That's a lot of boys. Oh my God, we have the sun. Beautiful. So beautiful. Let's get one more. Okay. Very strong message, because I think the Ten of Swords wanted to come out in reverse, but a little dramatic. But we have two major arcana here. Very strong message about whatever pain or whatever depression or whatever you're going through right now is completely not permanent. In fact, your path, you know it's the right path when you are presented with challenges, and the challenges are not meant for you to take caution and be like, oh shit, I'm going the wrong way, I should turn around. The challenges are, I don't know why we have challenges, but I guess it's a part of Earth school. But I think ultimately it's about rising to the occasion. It's about using your street smarts, aka your wisdom. It's about passing the test. It's about claiming what is yours. It's about courage. It's about fearlessness. You know, those are the only themes I can think of as to why we're constantly challenged all the time, especially when we are on a very, you know, a spiritual path on this awakening. I think that your path, group number 2, is definitely not linear, and not linear in a literal way, like it's not going to be a straight line, but not linear in an individual way where like you can't look to your neighbor or your classmates or your friends or your family even and be like, oh, they did it this way, so I'm going to do it that way. Like, you are taking the road less traveled. You are definitely doing something completely different than anyone has ever done before in your sphere. You can't talk to anyone necessarily about certain things. Like, let's say, I'm going to keep using my business as an example. That's all I can draw from. Let's say you're going to become a tarot card reader. You might not really have a friend that reads tarot cards or a family member that even knows what tarot is, and it's just a completely new experience that you're stepping foot on, and so it's gonna feel foreign, it's gonna be weird, there's gonna be moments where you're like, what the fuck? But let me just tell you this, or let me just channel what your highest self wants to tell you, and that is this road less traveled is going to be the most, I don't even know if I have the right English vocabulary for this kind of beauty, but it is going to be the most beautiful payoff that you could even ever imagine. I mean, you are creating heaven on earth. You are going to truly realize all of your power and truly manifest all of your desires. And I'm talking desires that maybe you even subconsciously push under the rug. I'm talking things in your wildest dreams. I'm talking you want to be on a yacht in the middle of Croatia, bitch, do it. I'm talking you want like a bag full of $1 million, bitch, do it. I'm talking like you want the man and the ring and the house and this and the kids and that, bitch, do it. I'm talking like anything that you want is yours, my friend, group number 2. I mean, anything. And yeah, so maybe you can't in this present moment talk to anyone necessarily. Now, let me correct that. Like, you can talk to people, we'll get to that. But right now, in this present moment, maybe you're feeling like kind of alone, or you're feeling kind of like, what is going on? Why did I choose this path? And trust me, it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. And the people you can talk to are your guides. And I think your angels are sending you signs every single day, cheering you on. I mean, the most simplistic numerology from the angels is 444. And 444 is literally like, yes, you are doing it, sis, yes. Like, they are just cheering you on, like, yes, yes, yes. So happy for you, so glad for you, so like full of love for you. I mean, 1111, butterflies, feathers, rainbows, crystals, you know, they're just like, yes, like they are so happy for you and like where you're going. And you might in your head, and it isn't necessarily just your head, it's your ego. Now, I'm not saying ego has such a bad connotation as a vocabulary word. I'm not saying like you're egotistical. I'm saying that we all have ego, and we have to make a decision on whether or not we are going to choose ego or choose our heart. And it's a natural human thing that we have. But your ego might like discourage you and make you feel like you're not on the right path, or you're not supported, or you don't know what you're doing. And the truth is, whether you truly know what you're doing or not, I think subconsciously you do, because I don't think that your angels would cheer you on if you were on the wrong path. And I don't think that your highest self intuitively would guide you into a direction that isn't part of your destiny. And I think that maybe it just feels wrong or feels different because you are such an individual. You are so original in that you're choosing a road that's less traveled. Like, you're not doing what everyone else is doing. And that's okay. That's okay. I think what is important though for you, group number 2, is to start with those affirmations, to really not only look for the signs and synchronicities all around you, but to start to really affirm things into your reality. Like, you are supported, you are safe, you are abundant, you are creating heaven on earth. It is happening. You are held. You are you will be happy. And I think that affirmations also stem from a place of valuing your self-worth, because it really takes a truly confident individual to love themselves and to hold themselves and to support themselves and to pick up their own head while they're crying. And it's this beautiful kiss to yourself. It's this beautiful hug to yourself. It's like almost not looking for that anywhere else other than yourself. And I think that if you guys were to, render any kind of advice, it would be that you need to be a little kinder to yourself. You need to support yourself a little more and cheer yourself on the way that your guides are and your angels are. Because you truly are God's precious gem, and you truly are special, and you truly are on a road that's going to lead to beauty and contentness and success. And literally, I always tell people the sun is whatever the fuck you want it to be. And it's all positive, it's all happy. If happiness is dancing around in a sunflower field, that is the sun. If happiness is, this or that, that is the sun. And I think alongside this sun, there is a beautiful energy of you being stable and abundant and rich in love and family, and at a place where you are safe. And I think that when we take the high road, or we take a path that doesn't have an immediate payoff, doesn't have all the answers, that doesn't have a manual, it can be very daunting in that, are we safe? Are we secure? Are we supported? And I definitely think you are. And I think what your highest self really wants to tell you is that you wouldn't be all of these things and then be seeing all these signs and synchronicities. These signs and synchronicities are signs that you're on the right path, that you're doing the right thing, and that there is a beautiful payoff. And that payoff leads to not only all this abundance and prosperity and beauty and contentness, but it leads to an ultimate inner transformation that, as a soul, I think is a necessary ascension for you. Maybe as a soul, you've had to repeat certain karmic cycles, and it's time for you to stop repeating things and start ascending to another frequency and vibration, so that you can truly live out your spiritual gifts, live out your destiny, and your highest calling and highest mission as to why you're here. So I think that just having this as a calling or a purpose is a real testament to just how truly special you are. Sorry, I have to drink some water. Drink some water, you guys. Group number 2. Okay, so I got this beautiful oracle deck from the Everyday Witch collection. Oh, I'm so excited. We're gonna pull from it. And what's really gorgeous about this deck is that there are little divination spells and things in this. So, hello, look at the first card to come out. Listening to wisdom. Yes. Beautiful. And go with the flow, you guys. Go with the flow. You're doing great, sweetie. Okay. So I'm going to read from the book for these just because it's really beautiful. Listening to wisdom, which is the element of air. We spend a lot of time surrounding ourselves with noise, television, phones, or even our own voices. It can be hard to hear anything above the constant hum and buzz of everyday life. But sometimes you have to take time to be quiet and listen, really listen. Maybe the universe or the gods have been trying to tell you something all along and you haven't been able to hear it. Maybe it's your own inner wisdom that is crying out to be heard. How will you know if you don't take the time to listen? Go someplace where you can be quiet. If you're staying in your own house, turn off the phone, the TV, anything that makes noise. If it helps, you can dim the lights as well, or go outside after dark and sit under the moon, or sit by a body of water if there is one nearby. Then just sit. Don't do anything. Quiet your mind much as you can, and ask, is there anything I need to know? Then listen to see if you get an answer from without or within. So there's definitely signs being sent to you, but there even can be signs sent to you clairaudiently or claircognitely. Divination. This card is telling you that you're missing something. Whether it is someone close to you, the gods, or just your own inner wisdom trying to tell you something important, with or without putting it into words, it's time to shut up and listen. It's literally in all caps. Magic. If there is a message you're supposed to be receiving, sometimes a little magical word can help to make it clearer. Follow the action instructions above, but cast a magical circle before you settle in, so that you're doing your listening in a sacred space. Maybe light a candle or smudge yourself with sage to waft away the cares of your everyday life that might be distracting you from truly listening. Then ask the power of air to help send you the information you need to know. Open a window if you can and see if the wind will whisper to you. Ooh, this gives me such Pocahontas vibes. Love it. Okay, and then we have go with the flow, which is, I believe, the element of water. Okay. Most of us spend a lot of time fighting the challenges and obstacles life puts in our way, or pushing back against aspects of a reality we don't like. That's not a bad thing in and of itself, and many times it's necessary. The trick is in knowing when to fight, when that resistance is only going to frustrate us and sap our energy, and when to go with the flow instead. Sometimes, to paraphrase some other folks, you just have to give in and give goddess. In short, acknowledge that there is nothing you can do. Make your peace with the situation the best you can, and have faith that the gods will make everything work out in the end, even if the way it works out doesn't necessarily make sense to you at the time. Do something that is easy and fun. Put your problems and concerns aside for the moment and just live. Even if it is only for a few hours, have a relaxed meal with family or friends. Take a dog for a walk, Dogs are great at going with the flow. Float in a pool or the ocean or a tub. Take a little space of time to allow yourself to just be. Divination. If there's something in your life that you're using a lot of time, energy, and spirit to fight, this card may be a sign that it's time to stop, at least for a while. Is there a different way of approaching the issue? Maybe one that involves compromise or less effort? Can you back away and just let it be for a while? Sometimes something going with the flow for a day or two helps you find your way for letting go for good. Magic. Using a source of moving water, a stream or river, rain, or even the water coming from your faucet, or something that you pour from a pitcher. Picture a goal in your mind and then infuse it into the water. Feel your intentions moving out into the world as the water flows. Then let go and allow the intentions to blossom into fruition if you're going to. Beautiful. I think this is really lovely advice for you guys. I'm gonna pull some mindful messages. We have expansive. Every day I am learning new things and expanding into my highest potential. Truly believe that. And I fold lightly. I roll lightly. I don't know what that is. Okay. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight. I think that's an age. I hold lightly, so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less or not value, but that I am open to the changes of life. So there's definitely an energy here of you guys going with the flow and allowing yourself to truly, rest and accept things at face value, and understanding that everything has a bigger purpose, and that bigger purpose is truly big for you guys, group number 2. It's truly going to pay off, and it's truly going to support you. Group number 2, this was such a pleasure. I have been really thinking about starting a series on my YouTube channel of affirmations, and I really believe in the power of them, but I want to know if that's something you guys are interested in. So comment down below and let me know what you think. I would do affirmations, in different episodes, whether it's honing in abundance, prosperity, money, self-esteem, body positivity, clearing negativity, holding your inner child and healing your inner child, whatever it may be. I've been really thinking of doing like a little playlist on that. So if that's something you're interested in, comment down below. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you guys stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see you guys in your next video. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. If you chose this beautiful pink lace agate, it's gorgeous. This is for you. So we're gonna be talking about messages from your highest self. And I've already pre-shuffled your oracle. We will pull your tarot, but I just wanted to say up front, thank you so much for all of the support and all of the kindness that I've seen on this channel. It's truly an amazing feeling to be able to wake up and do this every day. And I feel like I've really attracted such a gorgeous audience. So thank you so much for being here. All right, so this is such a trippy reading because it's basically like, you know how you wish you could go to your past self and be like, hey, this is gonna happen, but it's gonna be okay, and blah, 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 blah. So it's like your highest self is going to their past self, which is your present self. So we're gonna get those messages and see what you would say to yourself. Okay, so to start, we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We have Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Maybe you guys really connect with mermaids, but you guys are definitely my star seeds. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. We have let go of control and relax into flow. And journal it out, write how you feel. And we have receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. We have reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. And then we have fluorite, natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. And I love fluorite. I think that, you know, whatever crystal we get on this card is something that maybe we should be working with at the moment. Okay. So I'm gonna pull your tarot cards, group number 3. But I'm really getting the energy that you guys are definitely my star seeds. You were definitely put here in this incarnation on Earth to do something much bigger than life and to help usher in ascension during the age of Aquarius. You guys will definitely be here to help birth in new creations. And I think that because you guys are light workers, there are moments where you long for home and for wanting to go back to the stars. So let's pull your tarot cards. Let's see what else we can find here. All right, beautiful. To start, we have the Hierophant. We have the Six of Wands. Wow. And we have the High Priestess. This is gorgeous. What a beautiful lineup. I mean, honestly, it's just really talking about how you guys have these beautiful spiritual gifts that whether you have accessed them or not, or tapped into them, or maybe even slightly, you definitely will be in the future. I mean, this is definitely going to be a definite shift and transformation in your frame of mind as far as your place in the world and what you're supposed to do. And I think that some of you guys might be going through some energetic upgrades right now, or through your own awakening, and it's supposed to push you into a new way of being. It is basically your initiation. And sometimes it might feel like things are happening to you, not for you. But truly, whatever difficult circumstances you may be going through, whatever trials and tribulations might be in your way, is to help you ascend and truly discover what your gifts are. I think the most magic and the most wisdom comes out of difficult circumstance. And I think that also you guys need to energetically shift yourself into a receiving energy. I think that maybe you guys are my control freaks, like as much as I'm gonna call you out, but maybe I may be channeling your highest self who's calling you out. But you guys definitely have tight grips on certain things in your life, and you definitely, although you're very free-spirited, although you have this beautiful soul, and this soul comes equipped with the wisdom of incarnations that might have been in the stars. You know, you might have been in the Orion star system, or Lumeria, or, you know, you just come from different dimensions. I feel like group number 3. I feel like you guys tend to want to really control things in this incarnation. I'm kind of stuttering because I'm getting so much information in my head and I'm trying to like hear it while talk. It's interesting. Part of your karma, part of the reason that you're a human, not only is to help people, because you are this empathic light worker, and you're supposed to help everyone raise and shift their vibration and frequency to a higher dimension. But it's also part of your own soul lesson and journey to understand that maybe you have less, I don't want to say less power and less control, but maybe being a three-dimensional earthling, it gives the illusion or appearance that you have less power and control. And it's part of the journey to let go and go with the flow, because maybe in a past incarnation, everything was very easy and you had a lot of powers that you could access, and you could, you know, telepathically switch over to a different dimension really quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, light workers don't necessarily have physical bodies. They can kind of transcend through different portals. Let me know if I'm being like too above your head here. But I feel like you guys can keep up. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that being a human gives you the illusion that you don't have access to the same gifts and powers that maybe you were very accustomed to having access to as a soul. And it is to force you to go with the flow. It is to force you to feel. It is to force you to embrace the plight of humanity and humility, and to create out of your frustration, whether it's journaling or doing some sort of creative project or endeavor to express yourself because you feel very frustrated or tied down or tied up. It's like behind every kind of illusion, there truly is a gift, and you need to reframe your way of thinking. And then part of that is also understanding that you do have access to these powers and control that you used to have. It's almost like a egotistical human brain condition illusion type thing where you think you don't. With the Hierophant and the High Priestess, everything that you need is right inside of you already. And you have to go back to that. You have to draw back to that. Wow, this is a very complicated group number 3. Complicated in that it's so above, the human dimension, and we're really talking in different form here, but it's really cool, very fascinating. So I think also because you guys are so up here vibrationally, you just kind of were born into it. It's just your calling. You're just sort of a star seed. You feel like you don't fit in with the average human, and I don't blame you for feeling that way. But let me tell you what your higher self wants to tell you. It's not that important to fit in. You come equipped with a natural beauty and authenticity. You are naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. You need to affirm that. You are naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. Maybe you guys find it hard to connect in your love life. Maybe you find it hard to connect in friendships. And it's because you're such an alien, group number 3. You're just on a different frequency, and it's not your fault. It's not even a bad thing. I mean, that's why you guys have been born to lead. You guys are natural leaders. You're supposed to, with the Hierophant, help others get to your frequency. You're supposed to help with the ascension process during this age of Aquarius. What I'm seeing here is that a lot of your success, group number 3, is going to be derived from helping other people. Not looking down on them, but helping them, bring them up to you. Some of you might have your own spiritual practice now. Yoga, Reiki, meditation, tarot cards, some sort of divination. You're a healer, you're into apothecary, you're into crystals. There's something that you already have. Now, whether you've turned it into a full-fledged business or not is not that important. I think it's just important that you are using your creative and spiritual energy to have some sort of driving force, to have some sort of purpose. And with the Six of Wands, like I said, one of the things that your highest self really wants to remind you of is that you will be successful in this life. Now, maybe you don't have the same path as everyone. Maybe you've chosen the road less traveled. It doesn't matter. I think you guys are natural born leaders. I think you are meant to step up to the plate and rise. I think you're meant to bring people with you. You're the type of queen or king that puts crowns on other people and lets them sit on the same level as your throne. You're not the kind of person that leaves people behind, and that is intrinsically a nature that is so endowed into your soul. It's not even like a conscious decision. You just are that person, and part of your destiny and part of your abundance is to help other people, is to bring those people up, to build them up, to create passion within them. The Six of Wands is all about victory and success, but beautifully depicted in this illustration, it's about helping and giving to other people. With the High Priestess, I think that you guys come equipped with a knowledge and a wisdom that not everyone has access to, and not everyone has the ability to necessarily translate, but you do. You have this like complete connection to the divine. You're very in sync with your intuition, and it's a gift. It's a special gift, and you're here to do something beautiful and special. So I think also with that said, you know, use that gift for yourself as well. Use your ability to tap into receiving help or messages for yourself to, you know, like for example, we're here for from your highest self. I think another beautiful way to tap into this is through tarot or divination. Some of you guys might already be really good at tarot and divination. I think also journaling, you could directly kind of be a channel for writing and receiving messages that way. There's so many authors that I've seen interviews with where they're like, I did not write this book. Like, this book kind of was written for me, and it's just because they were a channel that was receiving that information, writing it down. So maybe journaling is something that could be very helpful for you guys. But I definitely think channeling your creative abilities, your spiritual gifts, is going to be something that brings you a lot of success. And I think that success comes in more than one form. I think that not only does it come in contentness and happiness, but it will come in abundance, and it will really help you feel conclusive with your soul mission and your destiny. And that is a different type of success, when you really fulfilled some sort of karma that you were put here on earth to answer to and really do. So I got this gorgeous deck. It's the Everyday Oracle from the Everyday Tarot author, Deborah Blake, I believe. Yes. And I'm so excited about it. It's beautiful. I'm gonna read from the book, and there's even some spell work that they kind of tell you can do. So, with that said, one already came out. Let's see what you guys got. We have hibernation and regeneration. Imagine if there was like actually just crystals all around, like in the woods. That'd be so freaking cool. Okay. And we have the affirmations for growth. Okay, so I'm gonna read from the book, see what these mean. So hibernation and regeneration. The book is broken up into elements, so I'm assuming this is gonna be the element of earth. Yes, grounding and practical action. Hibernation and regeneration. Sometimes you just need to pull back from the world for a while. Rest, regroup, recharge so you can return stronger and more capable of dealing with whatever awaits you outside your cave. Action. Take a nap, meditate, or simply curl up someplace quiet with a good book. Take a few minutes to pet a cat or play with a dog. Give yourself a break from pushing forward at full speed without feeling guilty about it. The world is a busy and hectic place, and we all need downtime to give our spirit a little space for its important work behind the scenes. So especially if you guys have spiritual gifts, and especially if you've already sort of turned it into a hobby or a business, I think you guys, especially being empathic, it's very important that you give to your cup, that your cup is full before you guys give to others. I think part of your life mission is to give to others, but I think it's also very essential that you give to yourself first. Divination. This card suggests that you haven't been taking enough time to be quiet and alone. Do you need to take a break from stressful people or situations, or, you know, the internet? It can be hard to carve out time for ourselves, but burning a candle at both ends just leaves you with a burned out candle. Even 5 minutes to breathe can help. Yeah, I definitely feel short of breath. So maybe you guys struggle with anxiety, or maybe there is some need to breathe. So I guess we could all take a deep breath together. You don't have to go into actual hibernation, but you might want to take a walk or sit outside or play in the dirt. Magic. Create a magical cave to retreat into in front of your altar or in any comfortable spot. Light a single candle, either black or white, in another wisdom room. Smudge yourself with sage or use a small ball of salt and water to wash away the cares of the day. Then focus on the candle and visualize yourself inside a safe cave, far from the rest of the world. See it as clearly as you can see in your mind's eye, and then rest there, feeling protected and calm. Then ask your inner self, what answers are hidden deep within, or what have I been in too big of a hurry to pay attention to? See what thoughts or images come up without judgment or worry about what they might mean. When you're ready, blow out the candle and emerge back out of the cave. So you guys could literally build a fort, which I'm all about fort building. That's super fun. And then we have affirmations for growth, which I'm assuming is also part of the earth element. So you guys might be earth signs. It doesn't have to be, or you could have that in your chart, and there might be some nurturance that needs to be involved in grounding practices. So affirmations for growth. Growth is necessary for life. The opposite of growth is stagnation, and no one wants to be stuck sitting still and never moving forward. Growth takes effort, and sometimes it can be scary. It doesn't happen by itself. You have to nurture and feed it, whether it is body, spirit, and some part of your life like a career or a relationship. What do you want to grow and prosper in your life, and what are you doing to make that happen? Action. Take an action that will help some aspect of your life to grow in a positive way, or reach out and help someone else to grow, like a child who needs guidance or a friend who could use a helping hand. Do something to nurture the earth or tend to a garden, whether it's outside or inside a windowsill. Divination. This card is telling you that it's time to stop standing still. Is there a project you've been working on? You might want to give it more energy and attention, or take a look at yourself and see if it is moving forward in the ways you would like it to. If not, what can you do to change that? Are your relationships growing and blooming? How can you nurture them so they do? This card reminds you that all growth must be nurtured and encouraged. Magic. Write down a list of the things you want to grow into your life. So there goes that journaling again. Put it in the bottom of a small pot and put some soil on top of it. Then put in a few seeds or a small plant if you're not good at starting things from scratch, and hold it in your hands for a few minutes. Think about what you can do to help with that growth, concrete, practical actions, and vow to yourself that you will follow through on doing them. Send that intention out to the universe when you're done. Put the pot on your altar or some safe place where you will see it often, and remember your commitment to growth. Beautiful. Okay, let's play your mindful messages. I want to pull some mindful messages because I just feel like this whole reading is about being mindful. We have, it's not personal. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto someone else. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I'll remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. Some of you guys might be on social media or in the limelight. And, you know, some of you are empaths and light workers, so you do take things personally. I think it's important to, you know, get back to grounding yourself so that you don't take things personally. We have opportunities for growth. There's that growth kind of card again. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. Yes, this is happening for me, not to me. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and I make the best of the challenges along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me become my best version and I'm thankful for them. Really beautiful. All right, you guys, this was so beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate you guys so much. I've been really thinking about creating a playlist on my channel for affirmations, and I want to know if that's something you guys are interested in. So definitely comment down below and let me know. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you all at your next reading.